Thought I'd do a little different variation on the oil-fired burner. Same principle, it's just using a little different materials. And on this one, I'm gonna put it in or build a heater to put it in using old water meter bases. We're gonna start with just an old Freon bottle that it's empty, and the valve. I finished cutting the bottle in half, so it'll be perfect for this. Actually, I've scrolled my legs and also fashioned a circle out of that same flat steel. It's just a 1/4 inch by 1/2 inch flat stock, and that's my legs for the little small fire pit. And I've welded it to the bottom half of the cylinder, and I just cut a small hole in the bottom of it to drain any water that might get in there out to keep it from rusting it. And this is how it turned out. I now started on the oil burner. I've taken the top half of the cylinder and I chose just to bend the handles back out of the way, and I'll probably cut them off later. I left them on there just in case I can use them just for bracing as when I put it in the heater we're going to build. I bent them out of the way and I've welded a 2x2 tubing on, and this is it so far. You can see the handles are bent out of the way, and I just welded this 2x2 tubing, welded the end shut on this end, left the other end open, and I've just welded it around, got a good weld and seal. Now we're going to flip it over and weld us a piece of pipe on the inside and cut our hole. And I'll go ahead and put I've welded the transmission line in as well as a piece of 2-inch pipe, and I just made the pipe the same height as the edge of the pan. That way, you know, oil won't run down into your fan area. But this is what it looks like. Right here is where my oil's coming in. I just have a piece of transmission line running in, coming up in the bottom. This is the pipe. In the pipe, just a hole going into our air tube, the 2x2 tubing, and we'll be putting that same fan out of a microwave oven on here. And I'm going to be using a colander. Grab this colander. When we light this thing, you'll see later in the video, we'll take one of these stainless steel colanders from Walmart and we'll just place it over it, and it'll help contain the air, and you'll actually see the flames come out the holes of this colander. It'll act like a burner. Now here's our meter. This thing works really well. Lid that I've cut out our notches, and I've flipped this over and I've fashioned some legs. Let me get a better view. Just cut out of 1/2 inch flat steel, just to make your own design. That's not important what they look like. This was just a freehand drawn design, and I brazed it on using brazing rod and a torch to make the legs. There's my 2 meter bases, and as you can see, I've cut this one off about 4 inches shorter. Cut it off of the bottom side. I've left this one whole. We'll use this as a vent, and the opposite side for our blower tube to go through. So let's here's our pan sitting in our slot we made on the legs. Now we're going to put the full meter base, the top as the bottom. That's our short one as the top one. Our heater nearly complete. I got our pan on the base that we've made out of the lid, and then our full meter base, and then our cut off meter base. And that's what it looks like from the top. Don't forget, we will be, when we light it, putting the colander down over the top like so. For the top of this heater, I've got an even older meter lid. These older ones had a removable center section, which makes this perfect. If you can't find these old meter lids, you can just use a steel plate. And I'm going to put my exhaust flue into this hole here in the center. Now, here it is, fully assembled with everything but the fan and the oil. See how that meter lid with the round hole, or if you use a steel plate, it works really well. I've also installed a damper into my flue pipe, and for this demonstration I'll probably just leave it this short piece of pipe. Alright, I got it started and I put the second section on. Still ain't fully going yet because we're still getting a little smoke. This is what it looks like at this stage. Now we're going fully. There's the exhaust. Burns clean, nothing but heat waves. And that's right here close, as you can see, that far from the heater. If you don't have access to these old water meter bases, you can use steel pipe, but you want to use something with a fairly thick wall because this does produce a lot of heat. An old water heater works pretty good. I've made them with them before. They're a little easier to work with the steel because you can weld with them with just regular rods. But I happen to have access to a couple of these, and they hold heat a lot better because they are about a ½ inch of cast iron, and cast iron holds heat for a lot longer than steel, but steel will work. So see what you can do. Hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for your viewing, your support, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Don't forget to rate each video. Thanks.